The Chinese EV industry has expanded significantly over the past decade, but that expansion has not only introduced a multitude of new models but also raised numerous safety concerns. Chinese EVs are prone to catching fire, have substandard construction, and frequently lack the bare minimum of safety features. In other words, the safety issues with electric vehicles in China are so severe that they can no longer be censored. Fires caused by EVs continue to be the primary concern. Among the myriad safety concerns surrounding electric vehicles in China, fire hazards and incidents continue to predominate. It appears that Chinese EV manufacturers are still unable to resolve the fundamental issues surrounding fire causes. As the number of electric vehicles on the roads of China increases, so does the frequency of incidents to the point where they have become routine occurrences. To be more precise, according to the Emergency Management Department of China, an average of 8 electric vehicles caught fire daily in 2023. In comparison to the preceding year, this represents an enormous 32% surge. It has come to light that manufacturers are unable to resolve the problems associated with lithium batteries, with charging accidents being a prevalent concern, emphasized by experts. We are all familiar with the video footage from the recent accident in Hong Kong that captured a 53-year-old woman narrowly escaping certain death. Security cameras stationed at the Kowloon Bay charging station captured the occurrence, which entailed an electric vehicle manufactured by BYD, the foremost EV manufacturer in China, igniting as soon as it was connected to a charger. This woman was fortunate to have had sufficient time to evacuate to a secure distance before the fire grew worse. The electric vehicle ultimately caught fire. An additional inquiry revealed that a minor design defect in the charging socket had caused a short circuit. However, not every fire incident can be explained in such a logical manner. EVs frequently caught fire for no apparent reason. An instance of this type is a fire that occurred in one of the exhibition galleries of the Huizhou Auto City, where automakers previously displayed their newest models. Unexpectedly, one of these electric vehicles caught fire. It was merely stationary and not even connected to a charger. The fire began to emit smoke abruptly, and the presence of firefighters was fortuitous. They immediately responded by pushing the vehicle into the parking lot. The smoke quickly transformed into an engulfed inferno, and the vehicle was completely consumed by flames. It appears that these incidents occurred before the EVs left the facility. Certain fire incidents have transpired at battery plants in the past, including the SK battery plant incident a few months ago, in which an electric vehicle caught fire while undergoing a test ride. Fire and collision incidents. Notwithstanding their enclosure in specialized housings, batteries remain exceedingly susceptible to collisions, a primary contributor to electric vehicle fires. Since the Chinese government addressed this issue some time ago, electric vehicle manufacturers are now obligated to design batteries so that they do not catch fire or detonate for a minimum of 30 minutes following a 31 miles per hour collision. It turns out, however, that not every EV manufacturer can meet these requirements. The incident at the toll station last summer, in which an electric vehicle struck a toll barrier and caught fire on the ground, is relevant. A Volkswagen electric vehicle manufactured in China was involved in that collision. Immediately following the impact, it ignited on the highway toll. That is to say, the fire broke out within 30 minutes, leaving no time for evacuation. Consequently, all 4 passengers perished. Notably intriguing is the fact that this electric vehicle was manufactured by a Western legacy automaker, so we cannot solely attribute the poor quality control to domestic automakers. Design defects are inevitable for all automakers, and the new technology requires additional time to be refined in terms of safety. Conversely, in the wake of this incident, Volkswagen model sales in China have plummeted. Before the occurrence, the automotive manufacturer had considerable ambitions concerning electrification in China, as evidenced by the introduction of 3 fully electric models in this region: ID3, ID4, and ID6. Reasons why crash safety is crucial. As the Chinese EV industry endeavors to penetrate Western markets, providing exceptionally affordable vehicles stands as a primary strategy to entice consumers. One of them was the Peugeot SA01, which made its European debut a few years ago for as little as €1,000 after incentives. The SA01 was introduced to the German market without undergoing an accident test due to its positioning as a low-volume vehicle. Upon its release, it became evident why it was priced so low. Due to the absence of airbags, ESP, and ABS, ADAC decided to subject the brand-new EV to a crash test to determine if it was even secure. A single offset collision was sufficient to discern the situation. The door and a pillar were both utterly obliterated, rendering the retrieval of the dummy nearly impossible. After the firefighters successfully unlocked the door, a multitude of sights awaited. More specifically, the steering column was completely obliterated, and the dummy wheel was impacted, thereby severely reducing the driver's chances of survival in the real world. However, that was not everything. In addition to its conspicuous absence of critical safety systems and its far from sturdy construction, this electric vehicle exhibits a dismal performance. To illustrate, the stopping distance from 100 km per hour is 41.8 meters. This may not seem like a significant amount of time until you consider that comparable vehicles typically require 30 to 35 meters to complete the same task. Even worse was the evasive test, during which the vehicle encountered difficulty at 70 km per hour, even though most vehicles pass this test with ease at 95 km per hour. This is because they are equipped with ESP, while the SA01 is not. Although environmentally sustainable, it poses a risk to life. The previously mentioned SA01 was not an isolated instance of a super crash test performer. Numerous electric vehicles received 0 stars in accident tests, and this is not limited to tests conducted in Europe. Additionally, Chinese EVs are present in South America, and they appear to be quite hazardous. AACE-1X is among the most outstanding examples. An automobile produced through a collaboration between Volkswagen and a Chinese company was assessed by the NCAP for the Latin American market. To put it mildly, its performance was, shall we say, less than satisfactory. Undoubtedly, frontal and side impacts produced some reasonably indicative results. However, what is especially disconcerting is that none of these impacts were sufficient to interrupt power. More specifically, the system reported that the battery was depleted. However, it continued to function, which brings us back to significant fire hazards following collisions. Furthermore, that is not all. Additional problematic aspects were revealed by the test, including excessive tire degradation during the stability control evaluation. Additionally, this electric vehicle is equipped with a mere 2 airbags and offers ESC as an optional feature, neither of which are characteristics one would anticipate from a contemporary automobile. There are no more sophisticated features available, such as automatic emergency braking or lane keep assist. Rigidity of structure in Chinese EVs. Ensuring safety encompasses more than mere advanced active and passive systems. The fundamental aspect of a secure automobile is its frame, which must be sufficiently rigid to endure a collision. It would appear that this is not the case with certain Chinese EVs. To reduce production expenses and maintain competitive pricing, numerous automobile manufacturers make concessions on critical quality attributes. One of the finest examples is the Li Auto model known as 1. More precisely, the repercussions for the proprietor of one of these vehicles involved in a rear-end collision with a truck were considerably more severe than one would anticipate for a collision of this nature. More specifically, the collision between the vehicle and the truck caused the latter to sustain fully fractured a pillar. As a consequence, the front passenger sustained severe facial injuries, including a broken nose, while the rear passenger endured a moderate concussion. The pillar's extreme fragility aroused safety concerns regarding the quality of automobiles produced by a firm that is one of BYD's closest competitors. However, that was not everything. Not only did the pillar section collapse, but the airbags also failed to deploy, leaving the occupants completely unprotected. Consequently, the aforementioned injuries were inevitable. Weather conditions continue to pose a significant obstacle. Despite the recent technological advancements in electric vehicles, no one has yet discovered how to ensure that batteries perform well in extreme weather conditions. The greatest example is what transpired in China during the New Year's holiday in February. We were experiencing the most severe snowfall, freezing temperatures, and precipitation in 15 years, which caused a complete breakdown on the roadways, at least regarding electric vehicles. Yet again, it was discovered that batteries perform poorly in frigid weather, which left several motorists stranded on highways. Although energy consumption is significantly greater at low temperatures, heaters should not be disregarded to endure the cold. In general, electric vehicle operators are compelled to wait for towing assistance due to the scarcity of charging stations. Although depletion of battery power may not directly endanger passengers' safety, it can certainly present a significant hazard in severe weather conditions that leave them stranded for miles away from the nearest cities or charging stations. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. See you in the next video.